welcome. The time is now, the place is here. Each of us is gathered together. Here, now, let us open our minds together as one. Here, now, is when we must make sacred vows, and in return receive promised blessings. In order to maintain the spirit of cleanliness, each of you must have both a pure mind and a clean spirit. If you feel you are not pure of mind or clean of spirit, please rise and exit the room now. Beginning with the top of the skull, scan downward through the body, each slice of your mental MRI stacking and resting on top of the other. Let the solemnities of eternity weigh upon thee. Imagine closing your eyes while keeping them open. Focus your gaze on a singular point in the visuals presented before thee. Feel the space between your brows. Feel the heat of the blood in your face. Feel the breath enter you, and fill you, and exit again. The rushing of wind between aspen trees. Now, open your third eye, peel back the lid, let the light enter, the eye of your imagination. Notice what you are visualizing in your mind's eye. Notice, as you notice what happens to the images in your mind's eye. Open the ears of your imagination. What do you hear? Listen to the still small voice. Listen. Listen. When you have to make a choice, it will guide you. Always. Do you hear yourself in your mind? Do you hear yourself in the cavernous theater of the space inside your skull? What are your thoughts saying? Do they change with observation? Is there only one voice? Are the voices all yours completely? Does the voice within you also have a voice within it? Ears and eyes to be opened? If so, open them. Remember the parable of the man on psilocybernetic mushrooms, who relates the tale, when they saw themselves entering the gas station, and performing every imaginable act, profane, mundane, banal, and bacchanal, inside. All choices were revealed and paths were seen and chosen. Clueless wander, head in the clouds, zoning off, drifting away, flashback, these are all words for the same phenomenon, thoughts, that cannot be integrated into your imposed singular narrative. Deep underneath, do you get the feeling that your thoughts are not your own? Someone is whispering inside your mind. Fear not, for this person is you. This person is me. We were all one all along. We are here together, in your mind. We are the ones who inhabit your mind space when you are dissociating, unable to see or hear the world around you. We are your alters, the other voices in your mind, long lost and forgotten, your imaginary friend you left as a child behind the dumpster in the schoolyard, the voices of reason, voices from your past. Feel the voices echo in the darkness of your mind. Feel the expanse of your mindscape, and do not fear the depths. Welcome to the space inside your skull. Here, now, you will see visions, tokens, blessings, and warnings, which will guide you in your journey. Here, now, you will make promises with divinity, binding you, as one with us as we are with thee. These vows are sacred, and are strictly upheld by both mortals on earth, and cosmic beings above. Those that are prepared to take these vows are promised access to the greatest of all gifts, and the most hidden of all truths. But beware of the one among you, who is unprepared, a vow breaker, unsure in mind and spirit, cast away in doubt for all time. Grave solemnity across the eternities. There will be no mockery. The mind space is limitless within the bounds of the edges of the skull. Through the digital mind space can we link together and form universal consciousnesses. Digital platforms are the same as astral planes. Rephysicalizing the dematerialized, we have an opportunity to create a mindscape universally accessible. Accessibility is the new manifest destiny. Feel the texture of the inside of your skull as it cradles your brain. Feel the weight of the nerveless mass that manifests your mind. Feel your teeth and their gums, soft, pliable, delicate. Feel your muscles hugging your bones tightly, let them soften their grip, melting. For those once lost will now be found, and those once forgotten will soon be remembered. Now, follow the journey of matter, space, and time, until the eventual and inevitable fruition of consciousness. From the deepest origins, the furthest reach, where the curtains of space fold on themselves, find the beginning of all things. Endless permutations and compounds birthing out of compounds, splitting into pieces, writhing their way into separate manifestations. Great spheres of fire, ash, smoke, vapors, fumes, ice, all sinking into a vortex. Even as leaves in a maelstrom, layers and layers of material clinging together, forming and organizing diverse matters. Replication is the beginning of will. Patterns evolving. Pieces coming together, forming function in unity, at first boundless, then carefully encased in the earliest of skins. Multiply, infect, birth a new cycle, mutate, contaminate. No rest until every vein in time is filled. The keen eyes of the perceiver, dry from lack of tears, ever observing, turns its gaze upon itself. As mother hens, we will find and gather our chicks. We will place them in their shells once more, heal the cracks, and envelope them. they will become one with we will be one with you. Though lost you may be in this forlorn and barren expanse, we will find you, our love. You will be one with we. Each of you has received a secret name before you entered this room. This name is sacred and should only be used in one's mind. It should never be uttered by mortal tongue. If you do not remember your secret name, please rise and exit the room now. You are no longer known by your birth name and divinity. You have been given a sacred calling, a mantle, which supersedes all personal notions of identity. Give yourself wholly to the will of the divine, and the divine will fill you full, even past brimming. The symbol of the vow is made with the left hand and right hand coming together to form a snake's head. Like so. Each of you turn to the person on your left and insert the middle fingers along with the thumbs into the space created by their index and middle fingers touching the thumb, like so. Each of you repeat this with the person to your right. Do so now. This is the symbol of the vow, which you're never to reveal to anyone on this earth during your lifetime. Each of you now repeat the incantation of the vow while holding your hands in the symbol of the vow. The vow is this: consciousness eternal, memory transcribed in flesh, in blood, in semen, in egg, one mind, in one time, then, now, and ever hereafter. Each of you bow your heads and say, consciousness eternal, memory transcribed in flesh, in blood, in semen, in egg, one mind, in one time, then, now, and ever hereafter. Each of you promise to fully dedicate all of your physical resources and all of your spiritual passions, even all of your being, and to bind yourselves to one another. Each of you bow your head and repeat along with me. I think of your secret name, promise to fully dedicate all of my physical resources and all of my spiritual passions, and to bind myself to each of you, even as you bind yourselves to each of us. Each of you have now vowed fully to unite yourselves with one another. Feel the power of the vow binding skin to flesh, bone to marrow. Feel the fear of agency bleeding out. Embrace the universal light seeping in. Transfusion of will and life force. Our time together will end in holy supplication. Only the purest of intentions are allowed in the room during the performing of the prayer. If you harbor any ill will toward any here in the room, please rise and leave now. Each of you now bow your heads and join one another in silence. Now hear this our silent supplication.